Takeaways from the Supreme Court arguments on Trump's effort to end automatic birthright citizenship. The U.S. Supreme Court heard high-stakes arguments over former President Donald Trump's effort to end automatic birthright citizenship, a case that could reshape one of the country's most fundamental constitutional principles. The debate centers on whether the president can reinterpret the 14th Amendment to the United States Constitution and whether long-standing precedent still holds. Here are the key takeaways from the arguments. 1. Justices showed broad skepticism. Several justices across ideological lines appeared doubtful of the administration's legal argument. The questions from both conservative and liberal members of the court suggested concern about overturning more than a century of settled understanding. Even some justices appointed by Trump pressed his legal team on the practicality and historical basis of the proposal, signaling that the outcome may not favor the administration. 2. The meaning of jurisdiction is the core dispute. The case hinges on how to interpret the phrase, subject to the jurisdiction thereof, in the 14th Amendment. Trump's legal team argued that children born to undocumented immigrants or temporary visa holders do not fully meet this requirement. Opponents countered that anyone born on U.S. soil is clearly under U.S. law and therefore qualifies for citizenship. This seemingly small phrase could determine the fate of birthright citizenship. 3. Long-standing precedent looms large. A major obstacle for the administration is the 1898 Supreme Court ruling United States v. Wong Kim Ark, which affirmed that children born in the U.S. are citizens regardless of their parent status. During arguments, justices repeatedly referenced this precedent, raising doubts about whether the court would be willing to overturn or limit it. Legal experts say ignoring that decision could destabilize constitutional law. 4. Questions about executive power took center stage. Another major issue was whether a president can effectively rewrite constitutional interpretation through an executive order. Lower courts have already blocked Trump's policy, and several justices appeared wary of allowing such sweeping changes without congressional action or a constitutional amendment. The case could therefore redefine the limits of presidential authority. 5. The potential impact is enormous. The stakes extend far beyond legal theory. A ruling in favor of Trump could affect hundreds of thousands of births each year and potentially create a large population without clear citizenship status. Opponents warn it could lead to a stateless class of people, while supporters argue it would reshape immigration policy and reduce incentives for unauthorized migration. 6. A historic courtroom moment. Adding to the significance, Trump made a rare appearance at the Supreme Court during the arguments, the first time a sitting president has done so in modern history. The move underscored how central the issue is to his political agenda and highlighted the tension between the executive and judicial branches. What comes next? The Supreme Court is expected to issue its ruling later this year. Whatever the outcome, the decision will likely have lasting consequences for immigration law, constitutional interpretation, and the meaning of citizenship in the United States. For now, one thing is clear. The debate over birthright citizenship is no longer just political, it's a defining legal battle over the Constitution itself.